In a world of writers, actors, and actresses, you dare to act harder.
1, 2, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Old dark dog awaiting the sensation of a short, sharp shock.
Mommy made me mash my M&Ms, bum bum. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms, bum bum.
You dare to write harder. You need a break to express your talent.
4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
A break to change your life. An individual to help you be seen and heard. You've earned your big break.
All right, hello. Welcome everyone to the end of week 6 here on season 1 of The Big Break. Thank you so much all for being here. Big exciting welcome to Lisa London for joining us. We're thrilled to have you. Oh man, hey, guys! Thank you for being here. This has been an amazing week here at The Big Break. We have had some record-breaking auditions coming in. We are now had people coming in from Australia, Portugal, Greece, Germany, Latin America. I've had inquiries from Argentina. We are just and actually inquiries from Africa as well. We are all across the globe now, and here's what I can tell you. Folks, you're watching. Talent is coming from everywhere, and the underlying theme is it's the folks you see on our top list, the folks you see being displayed, consistently say the same thing. They were worried. They were scared about auditioning. They were scared about putting it up, and you know what? They did it, and all of us were blessed for it. So thank you all for your support. Before we go, we're going to go right away to our winners, but I know we have Lisa here. Lisa, what brought you to The Big Break? First off, we're grateful for having you here. Thank you for being here with us today. This is amazing.
It's my pleasure, really.
What brought you to our show today, Lisa? What attracted you to come joining us on The Big Break?
Well, I love being a part of something that gives back, that is all about love and encouragement and celebrating artists, especially actors. And my manager, Sherry Robb, knew about you guys, and we both thought it would just be a really cool thing for me to share and, first of all, to embrace what I know I'm able to give as far as advice and cool little tips to actors, and especially younger actors. And it turned out that that's what I had to pick from, and I hope that everyone will learn something and feel empowered about their talent and their journey here.
Well, we certainly appreciate it. I know it's every actor really has benefited a great deal from the feedback we've been getting. Our goal obviously here is to try to be that platform from the undiscovered, and just the chance for people, some of these young actors, to glean wisdom from folks like yourself who have had such an amazing career and so much experience and wisdom to lend. It's a blessing for them. It's a blessing for us to have you here. So, I know on behalf of them I can say thank you. They're very grateful. Now we have a lot to talk about here today, but here's the thing. I know what everyone's anxious for. They want to see who our winners are this week. So, first off, as always, We want to go and see who all of you thought was the best, who had the most support out there, who was voted our winner. So without going into too much ado, let's go ahead and cut over to that acceptance phone call, and let's see who your popular vote, your most voted pick was this week. Here we are. So the reason I had to contact you right away is because something came. We were reviewing all the auditions, and something came up on yours that we had to go over with you. That was kind of important. So as it turns out, the issue with your audition is, well, it's the fact that it was really that good. And apparently everyone out there thought the same. And
wow.
Carmo, I'm actually contacting you to congratulate you.
Really?
Yeah, Carmo, you have actually won. You have won the public vote this week. And I am formally inviting you to join us on our show. And you are one of our winners this week. I'm calling to congratulate you.
Wow. Thank you so much. That's such amazing news.
We were so excited to get your audition. We were so excited that you were coming to us from so far away, and we thought you did, such an amazing job. And apparently everybody else thought that too.
Thank you. Wow. This is so great. I thought I was only going to know until like 1 a.m. or something.
Well,
because
this is the fun part of where I get the pleasure of calling up folks to let them know that they won. But we're going to be in contact very shortly. We'll go over details with you. But I just wanted to formally welcome you to season 1 of The Big Break, and congratulations.
Wow. I'm so happy. Thank you so much. This is such a great day to end the day for me.
You're very welcome. Very welcome. All right, folks. Man, all those moments are awesome. Karma, please come on out. Come on out. Let's all welcome Karma. Congratulations this week. Yeah.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Oh man, Karma, you had so much support out there. The community really came together to support you, and we're grateful. You did a phenomenal job. Tell everyone, where are you coming from?
Well, I am in Lisbon right now, in Portugal. Yeah. That's where I am.
That is so amazing. We appreciate you coming out. We appreciate your audition, and what obviously was a lot of work you put into that. Lisa, what were your thoughts? Some of your thoughts on Karmo's audition?
I am giving you this compliment in the biggest sense of the word. It was so brave. It was so very brave, and I mean that in the sense that you were taking risks, and whether the choices worked or didn't work, it was giving you a chance to grow and find out what your strengths are and what you want to improve on when you watch it back. And just great job, sweetheart.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Oh man, now we want to get out our next winner. We obviously had, in going over all the auditions, Lisa had sent me that one stood out for her, and we want to bring that person out. So without further ado, so we can chat with them, I give you Lisa London's top pick for the week. When we were going over the auditions this week, something in particular came up and thus required this phone call. And as it turns out, the thing that came up was the fact that Lisa London was reviewing your audition and texted me almost immediately to tell me that, without question, when she reviewed your audition, she knew without a doubt that yours was by far the best one she had. And Nick, I'm calling you up because Lisa London personally selected you as the best audition, and I'm actually calling to congratulate you that you've earned your spot on the show, my friend.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah,
oh my god.
Nick, we're so incredibly proud of you. The work you've been doing is absolutely incredible. You put so much heart and so much effort into your work, and I'm we're all thrilled for you. We're really proud of what you've done, and you should be too.
Thank you so much, Andy.
You're so welcome, man. You're so welcome. We can't wait to work with you. We can't wait to have you on your show, and we really hope this brings great things for you.
Thanks. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, my friend. I'm gonna be in touch shortly to kind of go over things with you. Okay.
All right. Cool.
All right, guys. So without Nick, come on out, man. Nick, come on out. Lisa London's pick. Nick, everyone, congratulations.
Hey.
Oh man.
There he is.
Hello.
Hi, sweetheart. Congratulations.
Hello. Thank you so much.
Man, Nick, you were phenomenal. You were phenomenal. We've really enjoyed your auditions leading up to this one. We're so proud of you and so happy for this moment for you. So, Lisa, what were share us your thoughts on Nick?
Nick actually really stood out for me. It was like immediate from the minute I watched him to watching everyone else, and believe me, talent abounded through here. My main reason for picking Nick is, well, there's actually three main reasons. Okay, the first one is when you watch someone on screen or on stage, it doesn't start when they start talking. It starts before. It starts the minute you see that person filling the stage or the camera. And his preparation, just his body movement, just how he was in the room, his demeanor, everything about him was already that character before he said his first word. And I know it's just split seconds and splitting hairs, but that's like a huge thing. I found him extremely compelling because when I play a villain, and I've been playing lots of them lately, and I think you have to make that villain someone that you can relate to, no matter how evil, how ugly, how mean, whatever. There has to be something there that draws you in before it pushes you away. And he achieved that for me. And I just thought it was just a special monologue. I mean, competition show aside, that was something that I was gripped watching. And I just think he has a lot of talent. I also think he has what they call it, and that star quality thing. I like the way he utilized his voice. In fact, there were a lot of brilliant performances, but I had voice issues. And that could be a lot because I have a big radio background, but your voice is such a huge tool to always remember to use and enhance. But bravo, Nick, my little pick.
Thank you.
You're welcome,
Thank
sweetheart.
you so much, Lisa.
You're welcome.
Hey, I one kind of curiosity, like we'd love to hear from both of our winners, guys. Is a little bit. Both of you, I think, in my opinion, I think both of you really had that thing where you really connect. You're really connecting with the character. I was talking to Lisa about this earlier, and in a lot of auditions, it's like sometimes you're in it, sometimes you're not, and both of you really, you could tell, both of you really identified and clicked with the character. And it was like it's like that particular piece really resonated with you. And I'm just curious, which is not to say anything bad concerning these are villains, but still.
Dave.
I guess.
Hey, I just played an auto asphyxiation person, and everyone felt sorry for me, even though I was trying to recruit people to be crazy. But hey.
Let's see. I'll tell you what, Carmo and then Nick. If you guys, can you tell us what drew you to these particular pieces? What drew you to pick up these particular monologues? Why these ones?
Well, Lady M is just one of my favorite characters of all time. There's something about her that really draws my attention, and that I just find so interesting to study and explore every time I read that play. I'm also a big Shakespeare lover, so I thought, why not give it a try? It was a piece that I already knew, and was also looking for an opportunity to just put it out there and see how people would react to it. So I thought it could be, I think she's the best villain and not villain of all time. In a way. Yeah.
I think it's awesome. Nick, what about yourself?
Well, I'm a big fan of Sherlock, and seeing the performance of Moriarty in that show really struck me when I first saw it, and the way that I approached it, I was trying to veer as far away from how it was performed in the show as I could, because I didn't want that to influence the way I performed. But that monologue is just so creepy, but so intimate at the same time, and that's why I really chose it. There's this kind of dichotomy of being like hateful, but also like I love you sort of thing. So yeah, that's what I liked about that monologue. So. And Moriarty's just so like smart. He's just intelligent to the nth degree. So.
Delaney, Sabrina, I know we always bring you with us. You got a awesome actress, awesome writer with us. I know you guys bring some good perspective. Do you want to what kind of questions do you have for Lisa and our winners this week?
Nick, I've seen you audition time and time again for the show. I'm so happy that you got on. I'm so excited to see that you were selected. All of your auditions have been so well produced and dramatic, and your costumes, and the one where you were in the shower, just oh my god, how do you come up with these things? How are you so good at this? Just please tell me your creative process. It's phenomenal.
Well, when I first think of a character, I think a really important thing about the character is the environment and atmosphere that they're in a scene, or in just their story in general. For Batty, I don't think I can imagine doing that monologue without rain or water pouring down my face. It's just such an important part of that monologue for me personally. I don't know, being in that environment and atmosphere, and I don't know, dressing up with it just really gets me into the physicality and emotion of whoever I'm trying to portray. So
you have such a good eye when it comes to both acting and like directing. Like you have such a good eye with this kind of stuff. It's just phenomenal to watch your stuff. Just I needed to know what your process was. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sabrina?
I really liked both of your monologues a lot. When I was going through them, I noticed both of you had mastered this intensity, but in such different ways. Nick had such like a playful intensity, and then you can't really have that with Lady M. And I appreciate how you're not saying the name of the Scottish play, but you just kind of have to be super like quiet rage with that monologue. And I love how you guys had the same kind of focus and intensity, but it was so different. And Lisa, I actually have a question for you. I was wondering, what about being an actress makes you passionate about it? Like, is it being able to look on work and be proud of like what you've created? Is it the playing of it? Is it the people that you get to react with?
It's all of the above. The first and foremost is I have such a passion to tell stories, but not as a writer, as my being, as my vessel, my body, as an actor. I wanted to be an actor from the moment I was born. I love people. I love exploring the psychological reasons we do things. I love connecting with each other. I love travel, and just the travel I've been able to do with my career. And not just the physical travel, just the travel of different people I've been able to inhabit. I just find it a noble profession when it's done right, and when that magic happens, when everything comes together. There's nothing like it. And we're all so blessed to have something that we love be what is propelling us through life as actors. And Angelina Jolie said something so beautiful. She said, I realized that I get to do what I love. Just that little sentence, I get to do what I love. So don't ever be discouraged when things don't go right. If you don't get a certain role, there's always another one around the bend. It's my grandmother used to say, men are like buses. If you miss one, another one comes along. Well, so are roles. and because life, we're still living and breathing and learning and growing. So the most important thing is just to keep doing what you love.
Well, you know, one of the things we've tried on the show really hard to do is encourage, you know, the folks who have been auditioning week after week, and to not give up. You know, to our winners, we know that, you know, what that really represents for them is that they never gave up. That
Right.
in their craft, whether it was the first week they've auditioned and it just clicked, or if they've been doing it for weeks and this is the one that made it. You know, that's one of the things I hope everyone watching gets, is that the amount you see a minute or two audition, but what you're not seeing, and that any aspiring actor knows, is the hours and hours and years of work that they put in to get to where they're at, and they simply never quit, and that's amazing. You know, but Nick, Carba, I know you don't often have a chance to converse with, you know, folks as experienced as Lisa. I'd like to actually turn this over to the two of you, and for your opportunity to chat with her, glean some wisdom, and you know, whatever, you know, some questions you might have for her that would benefit you.
Yeah. Sorry, did I step on your toes there?
No.
Cool. I'm just wondering, like, how did you get started? Like, where did you start with, I don't know, auditioning, or like, it's just such an overwhelming.
It is.
Thing
It is overwhelming, and it's even more so now because we're not physically with each other. Everyone's now auditioning from tape, and there's something so impersonal and so bizarre about that. But it is where we are right now, and this too shall pass. It'll get back to being where it's more. But I got started, okay, I wanted to be an actor from the moment I was born. And when I was a little kid, I used to do tons of little home movies that I would write and direct and star in, and my poor father would have to do it. But I never pursued it in school. My father was a very famous sportscaster, and I trained to be a journalist, a sportscaster, a broadcaster. I got a full scholarship to college to do that. And within one semester, I finally said, okay, I'm not doing this. I'm going to Hollywood. I'm going to follow my dreams. And my parents were, of course, outraged. They gave me 2 weeks to get something. And I actually got my SAG card almost within 2 weeks of being in LA from being in a trailer, a coming attraction for a big A film with Jane Fonda and Alan Alda, that they thought they needed extra footage to really sell the movie to theaters. So I did that, and then 2 days later, I had, I think, my third audition ever, because I was only in LA for like a month, and I booked the female version of Animal House called Hots, which was a huge film at the time and a big cult classic now. And I got one of the leads, I mean, really the lead, and the rest was history. I had insane great luck as far as that was concerned. But it doesn't matter whether you have really quick beginner's luck, or if you know, it takes a while before you get your big break. You should be loving and enjoying every moment of the journey. Forget about the destination. I say the only destination you have is to go higher or up or further, but there's no reality of where that is. So just enjoy every bit of it, because you're getting to do what you love. Just, that's the best advice I can give, is enjoy every minute of it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm curious to know what drove you afterwards to start writing and producing your own plays.
I didn't write my own plays. I produced them, and I starred in them. And it was actually kind of a fluke. I was asked to be in a play, and all of a sudden it was like, I thought that the writer and the star male that asked me to be in it were producing it. And they said, oh no, we don't have a producer. You can do it. And I'm like, I've never produced theater. I've only done like 2 plays in my whole life. So, because I came to theater very late. I had starred in like 30 films before I ever even did my first play. And theater, as much as I love it, isn't my main thing. I adore film and I adore the camera. But that's how that happened. And then that whole group started a theater group. And for 5 years, we did these amazing productions that were critically acclaimed, and everybody and their mother attended. I mean, we had like big attendance, and it was pretty amazing. And I also recommend everyone do theater as much as you can, because that keeps you in much better form to do to do an audition than all the workshops in the world and all the acting classes in the world. Because the theater thing, you have those nerves because it's live. And what you have to do to have a great audition is to conquer your nerves and relax. And it's extremely difficult for anyone, always. The biggest stars will tell you they still feel exactly that way. But the other great thing that I love is cold reading classes, just to keep you on your toes too.
You know, for Nick and Carmo, I do. There's a question I ask every one of our winners every week, and because, you know, on the first week, one of our winners had commented to us that they were almost not going to audition, that they were scared, they hadn't quite gotten the encouragement from, you know, some of their past theatrical teachers, and they were just a little beat down, and they almost were going to give up on acting. And then, with a little bit of encouragement from the right person, they went for it. They put an audition out, and it blew our minds, and they actually won a spot on the show in that week. And so with them, I asked them, and I love asking this of each of our winners. There's a lot of people out there with talent who are just on that verge, who are just scared about auditioning, putting themselves out there and really trying. And they, you know, we all get in our head at times, but, you know, Nick, Karma, both of you pushed through that, and you've done it, you know, clearly for a while now. You know, I guess Nick first. What for the person out there who's right on the verge, who isn't sure if they should really go for it and such, what would you like to say to encourage that person who's not sure if they really should audition?
I would say that if you have the thought that it's someone can do better than me, it's whatever, only you can be the most authentic you, because there are so many different versions of you that people have. It's just based on perspective, but only you know the real you, and just putting yourself out there is how you will be able to share with everyone who you are. I mean, it's easier said than done, but just being authentic and true to yourself, it really brings out how genuine you can be, which is really what acting is about, is being genuine and sharing that with everyone. So yeah, just go for it, you know, even if you think it's gonna be a goof, that first shot, that first video, just keep rolling, keep pressing record, and do it over and over again until you find something that really, you know, clicks.
We all have all of the writers have a story to tell. The actors just want to share that moment and draw out that emotion and share that experience with their audience. And, you know, there's people out there that Nick and Karma are going to impact in a positive way through their work that no one else can. They're unique in that sense. And I hope all the actors out there realize that there's people in your life you're going to impact that no one else can. It has to be you. You know, so, but Karma, you're coming to us from quite a ways away. And there's obvious, you know, there's obvious challenge involved in that, in the distance and circumstance, and you still went for it. You did an amazing job. And for all the other folks out there that, let's just say they're in a less than ideal place and they're not certain about auditioning and going for their dreams, what would you like to say to that person who's watching?
Well, I would probably say what I told myself at the time, to not think too much, to just, you know, do it for fun in your bedroom, wherever you are. Ask a friend to help you that you trust and feel safe, and don't think about it. Just send it. And I know it's really hard to to not think. I do have that problem. But you never know. If you never know, and a lot of surprises will come through your actions, and good ones. And the one thing you will know is that if you don't do it, you already know the answer. But if you do it, the only outcome of it is a good one, a better one, because you are already in the same position you would be even if you don't get in the show like this week or next week, whatever. So yeah, I would say don't think about it too much and go for it, because even if it doesn't happen, something else will come. It always does. Yeah.
Never give up. Never give up. That's really what it comes to, is just keep going. Well, as always happens, our time goes by so quickly here. I know people out there are wondering about next week. So as we start to conclude here, real quick. So for everyone wondering, as we finish week 6 and go into week 7, we'll be posting our announcements. But week 7, we would like to see your monologues based upon horror, thrillers, Hitchcock. There's so much there, and I can't wait to see what comes from that. Draw upon horror, draw upon thrillers, and give us suspense. I don't want to say scare us, but hey, Lisa, I guess as we get close to concluding here, if you just want to give us, for a minute or two, tell us what about this particular genre is, what are some points that could really stand out for folks to do well in doing monologues, perhaps in this genre versus another? How could they make themselves stand out here?
Okay, for me, horror and thriller are really different. Horror is scary and thriller is suspenseful. In both, the most watchable kind of character is always the one that makes you feel every emotion, not just scared. Like you can also laugh when you're scared. You can also cry when you're scared. You can get angry when you're scared. So just don't be afraid to be that maniacal in it, where you think it could only be one note, because nothing is ever one note. And just the biggest thing for any monologue, any genre, you are enough. You are so enough. You are so interesting.
Yeah, I think everyone can spot genuineness, and that's a big deal for when we're watching these. Well, guys, as our time is coming to a close, a couple other things. Guys, listen, thank you so much for all the support. This was another massively successful week here at the Big Break. Yeah. Oh man, record number of auditions and expansion. Several new countries reached. That's an amazing thing, folks. We have auditions and inquiries coming from 1, 2, 3, 4 different continents now. We're so global. I mean, that's the beauty of our lives right now. We're all so connected, and it's just a really wonderful time to be in the entertainment industry. Yeah, we're blessed here. Portugal, Australia, oh my goodness, Canada, Greece, Germany. It's a wild thing. And look, guys, the way that the reason this is possible is because of your support, guys. So listen, we appreciate it. We want you to watch our show. We appreciate you following us on our social media. This is how your support and simply following us and engaging and watching our show is how we're able to give these worldwide actors, these aspiring actors, their break. So thank you for your support. Thank you for watching us here. Thank you for voting. All that engagement makes a massive difference. Every bit of it is another bit of encouragement that's going to open a door for another aspiring actor. So keep an eye on us this week. We actually have a lot of cool content coming out in the coming days, between bios on our winners, reels of some of our guest judges, some compilations for our past week, some really cool stuff, and really special moments that we've had here at the Big Break. So week 7 is going to be awesome, guys. Thank you again for joining us. And from all of us here at the Big Break, break a leg. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Peace out.